Welcome everybody. So this is our second inter-gym competition of the season. This is going to be the walkthrough course for the Eden Prairie Burnsville competition at Burnsville. And then there's going to be a total of 9 obstacles, total of 9 points. So every obstacle is just worth 1 point today. And it's going to be a 4-minute time limit as well. And we'll kind of just talk about the variations between each obstacle as we go. We're going to be demoing the 14 to 17 course, and then we'll talk about the changes and explain even further day of for specific age groups. So our very first obstacle starting off here is the double tilting ladder. So competitors will have a starting pad here to help them get to it. Otherwise, they will be doing the entire double tilt ladder to a dismount platform. That platform's distance will be determined based on age. Competitors can use as many or as few rungs as they want, but it is using the rungs of the tilt ladder, not grabbing a hold and moving on to the sides. Marked dismount platform over here. For this obstacle, these posts and stuff which are in their way, competitors can use their hands and stuff on the posts since they are right here. Just making sure not to fall back from the platform. Again, clearing the plane completely to clear this obstacle. Moving on, competitors will be moving on to our second obstacle, which is rope juggle. This bar here can be used as well to help reach up to things. Otherwise, competitors have all of these ropes and only these ropes to get onto the dismount platform on the other side. And then this obstacle might have a higher start for some of the younger groups, but otherwise will remain the same for everybody. Big thing is competitors do have to watch out for grabbing up on top, so no grabbing like the mounting bolts up top, but otherwise hands and stuff on the blue are fine. And then completely disengaging from the rope for their clear on this platform. Moving on, competitors will be moving on to our hanging log. So competitors will be starting on all of this balance here, so all of this is included as the run up into the rings. And then the dismount will be closer or further away depending on the age group. But competitors have all of the rings and the big log to get to their dismount. For the 14 to 17s, that's going to be dismounting onto those 2 steps at the very end there and not falling off, because it is also the start of the next obstacle. Hands and feet are allowed on the steps as well. And then again, breaking the plane here onto the steps will be a clear on that obstacle. And then, but falling off past this will then be a fall onto the next obstacle. So we've got the pillar here to start with, and then all of the balance pipes. It's just the balance pipes, so no using the BOSUs or any of the pillars that are the supporting structures. It is just this first pillar and the pipes to get to the black platform, and then distances itself will be adjusted by age. Clear, again, breaking that front plane of the obstacle. This is also the start platform for our next obstacle, which is the sonic curve with pillars. And hands and feet are allowed on this one as well, as you guys are going all the way around to the finishing platform on the other side. Again, distances and stuff will be adjusted based on age. The one thing to note is that they do not have pillars behind them. So hitting the steps up top, if they tip over, that is on the competitor. That is part of this obstacle today. So watch out when you're stepping across them. Clear. Again, onto the platform, breaking that front plane to clear. Next up, competitors will be moving down to our chime jump. For the start will be different for different age groups. 14 to 17 will be jumping into it from the trampoline. The competitors have as many or as few chimes as they need to get all the way to the very end to the dismount platform that will be down there. Competitors will be dismounting onto a dismount platform. These will be pushed back day of, so then they'll be dismounting over here before moving on to our next obstacle, which is floating monkey bars. Now for this obstacle, some of the younger groups will have more floating monkey bars, and they may or may not spin depending on your age group and difficulty. For the 14 to 17 though, they will just have the 2. In order to clear this one for the 14 to 17s, they have to get a rung into the last bracket. It has to stay there. If they feel that they can throw it and somehow make it, then that's totally fine, but it does have to get into that last bracket. And clear. So even if I peeled off there, as long as the the rung stays in the bracket, then it is a clear. Moving on from there, next up, we have our second to last obstacle, which is our rolling, tilting balance. And for this one, some of the younger groups won't have to go quite as far, so they might not have both of these circle mats to walk across. It might be further down, so they only have to make 1 or 2 moves. And then for this one though, no using hands or on the walls or posts. It is the obstacle itself only. You have this circle mat, that balance beam, and that circle mat to get all the way to the finishing platform. Clear, again breaking that front plane and completely disengaging from the step in order to clear. And then finally, moving on to our very last obstacle, we have our lache alley. Some of the younger groups will have trapeze bars, so it does depend on your age group. The oldest group is going to be going through all of these lache bars without any trapeze bars at all the way through the same letter bar, through the blue ring, and finishing down on the airbag at the very end. Breaking that front plane just like before. And this one will be very much different for all the different age groups on how far they have to get and how many trapeze bars they get. So we'll go over differences day of as well. But again, a reminder, it is a 4-minute time limit with 9 obstacles and 9 points total for all age groups. So no extra obstacles for the older groups, same of course for everybody. And then we will just discuss a little bit differences and distances with everybody day of at our competition next weekend, again at Burnsville for the Burnsville Eden Prairie competition. Thank you, everybody.